fingers. Running footsteps crossing the roof behind her sounded like a freaking herd of crazed wildebeests charging. Her galloping heart jumped into her throat. Too late. Her hesitation was going to cost her. She glanced down at the shadowy drop just beyond the tips of her boots, then back at the dark footprints just behind her. Easy to follow her trail when her steps were clear in the snow blanketing the rooftop. She'd had a 5-minute, 11-second head start. They'd caught up. The men following her had scaled that blasted metal fire escape in record time, and probably, without being terrified, the thing would pull away from the crumbling brick wall as they scrabbled for purchase. The high-pitched whine, ping, and yellow sparks of a bullet ricocheting off metal just a few feet away made her flinch. Close. Too close. Do it, Lexi. Just freaking jump. No. Return fire. Then jump. Cautiously, but as fast as she could manage, she walked backward in her own footprints. As soon as she felt the heated metal of a 4-foot-wide exhaust flue against her back, she spun and dropped into a crouch behind the only cover for 100 feet of flat white rooftop. A dozen indistinguishable exhaust fans dotted the roof, belching unsynchronized clouds of foul-smelling steam. The steam and stink collided with the rapidly falling snow, making visibility nearly non-existent in the pseudo-fog the mix created. If she couldn't see them, they couldn't see her, she hoped. Crouching to below their eye level, Lexi squeezed off a half-dozen textbook-perfect shots. Night was falling fast as the snow now, and the spare illumination was a thick, barely transparent charcoal. She knew exactly how to get to where she needed to be. Like a lodestone, she had ID'd the black shutters against the whitewashed walls of the safe house 7 buildings southeast. 5 men had chased her all the way from Belaruski railway station on Tverskaya Zastava Plushchad, through the alleys, and up onto this rooftop half a dozen blocks away. Ping, ping, ping! They weren't messing around. Sparks shot out like fireworks as a hail of bullets struck metal. The men were firing blind, a waste of ammunition, but pretty much a guarantee that one of the stray bullets would hit their target. Her. 6. There'd been 6 of them, she corrected, seeing them come out of nowhere in her mind's eye. A mathematical mistake could very well bite her in the ass. One guy was way ahead of the pack, moving fast and low, closing the gap between them. Shifting her trigger finger off the frame of the Glock, Lexi squeezed off a shot. The impact of the bullet hitting him square in the chest knocked the guy off his feet. With a brief look of annoyance, he went down soundlessly. Went down and dissipated into nothingness before his body hit the ground. Ducking out of sight, back flat against the warmth of the pipe, Lexi sucked in a startled breath. Shit, my first kill shot. A wizard? Her heart beat hard enough to block out the sound of running footsteps. She felt the vibration through the soles of her boots and took a chance, angling her head so she could see them coming. And there they were, 30 yards and closing. 5 men dressed in black, their shadowy forms barely visible. Narrow-eyed, she watched a second guy break from the pack, coming at her flat out, long legs closing the gap between them. Weapon raised, he stopped, head shifting as he searched the rooftop for her. 2 other men joined him, snow veiling them where they stood, warm breath thick in the air around their heads. "Did she jump across?" the middle guy asked the other 2 in his native Russian, glaring down at the gap between the buildings. Lexi followed their gazes. Her footprints teetered right on the edge. Visibility was iffy, and unless they looked closely, they wouldn't notice the faint blurring of her double steps. She hoped. She held her breath as 2 more men caught up, the murmur of the voices blending. One man indicated they separate, and they spread out on the roof. Her pulse shot into overdrive, and her mouth went dry as a metronome ticked off the seconds in her head. They'd find her in moments, and there was no wondering what they'd do to her if they got their hands on her. She freaking knew. She'd seen too much, and she was as good as dead unless she could make that jump. As much as she wanted to plot things out to the last variable, as much as she wanted to calculate the exact trajectory necessary to leap the gap and how she should fall on the other side, Lexi literally took a running leap of faith.